D-Unit run things. Whole league noting. 3 big sides in his hand. Whole crowd sing his name. Madison Park, crowd so loud. Dolleton jump, Breedle proud. 1 man chill on the touchline still. 3 teams move, how he will beat Rahi quick. Beat Morant clean. Look, Avi, how feel the heat. Every ground, same story again. Scoreboard light up his name. D-Unit, D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Banner in the stand. Boss of the league with a master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. One out front, ice cold calm, 1/2 chance, hit like a storm, net shake mad, crowd jump fence, hold back line, lose their sense, roll take a ball when the South Park sun, last home game but the work all done, legend walk slow, tears in his eye, D-Unit, clap with a fist up high, D-Unit, greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance with the rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Banner in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. D-Unit. Who beat Murat? D-Unit. Luca Navi. D-Unit. Ox the league. Who run it? 3 big badges, 1 big brain. 3 home crowd scream his name. From first kickoff to the last full time, he rewrite the history line. D-Unit. D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance when the rivals cry. D-Unit. D-Unit. Banner in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. 1 score, 1 wave, goodbye, fight 2. Whole world know that he built this crew. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you.
Hello and welcome to Matchday 3, the deadline stream for this FIFA World Cup Fantasy. And yeah, I'm slightly behind schedule because of the fact that I don't know what happened. My computer did not want to work with me, and hopefully I'm up and about, and I'm just going to quickly sit there and get the timer up and running, because last time I completely forgot to do that. And also I don't know why it, I had a few issues to begin with. I had to reload my computer twice. It was very bizarre. And hopefully with a little bit of luck, we are going to be good to go. Let's sit there and let's press the start button there. And yeah, that's the team currently as it is on screen. And we're going to quickly try and get this timer up and running. Let's hope that that works. Let's get that on. Did that work? Yeah, there we go. All right, sweet. We are, but running about a minute behind where I wanted to be. But other than that, we are looking pretty good. Let's just check that this is looking all right. Sweet. All right, looks good. So that's the team as is. I haven't made any transfers yet. And I've been thinking about what I'm going to do all day. I've been talking with Nightmare. Nightmare's obviously doing pretty well at the moment. He's currently 160th or something in the entire world. He's leading the D-Unit League. I said to him, I was like, you know, the best thing about your start to FIFA World Cup Fantasy is at the moment, baby, he's winning the shirt. FPL Nightmare, who's wanted a shirt for ages, is actually winning. So I kind of hope that he wins, because I really want to send him one. So yeah, happy days there, Nightmare, up and about early doors. And hopefully long may it continue. But hopefully it's a sign of things to come. At the moment, you can see there, actually, you won't be able to see it. I'm going to quickly show you my rank there so you know I'm not talking nonsense. So I'm now officially, I dropped 600 spots. I think 600 or 700 spots. I went from 23,400 something. Actually, it's about 790 spots or whatever. I'm now 24,235. So a pretty good game week yet again. The -6, for what it's worth, did not work. It was a horrible decision to do the -6. We didn't get much success with it. Obviously, I transferred out Ozabayal for Mbappe, -2 points on that move. I moved McTominay to Bruno G, which worked out okay. That move gained me a couple of points. I moved Vasquez to Cafal, who lost me 7 points on that move. And the goalkeeper move, for what it's worth, made me 2 points. So I was overall down on the actual moves themselves by, I think, 4 or so points. And yeah, unfortunately, it's just the way it goes sometimes. That's what's going to happen. If you sit there and move players in this game, you're going to end up in a spot of bother where it just doesn't go that well. And sometimes these moves don't work, and these ones, sadly, this week did not. The good news is I did end up on Mbappe as the captain, so it wasn't like I missed out. Vinny Jr. as the 12th man. I was like, what did I pick him as? The 12th man. He worked out pretty good as well. I just kind of wish I went with Ronaldo just to sit there and piss Rahi off, because I talked about it. I was very confident that Ronaldo was going to deliver against Uzbekistan. And when he scored twice and had bloody 4 or 5 shots on target, oh man, it could have been a hat trick. I just wish I backed in my boy. But yeah, he did very well. Hello, Bobby. Nice to see you. Hello, Sean. How are you? Love that intro song. What's it called? It's just called something that Luke made up for me. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes, which is why you would see that the background, a lot of people actually commented on the cleanliness of the World Cup graphics. That's probably going to be transferring itself into the FPL thing. I'm not sure on the color scheme for next season yet. I do like to change things because I'm an idiot. But essentially, we'll be doing something like that for next year as well. I know it's definitely a minute we definitely won't get back. Are you playing the wild card this round? The reality is I probably am not going to play the wild card. I think that I've got issues in the team. Schick is not going to be in the team come the deadline. Neither is Kufau. And the players I want means that I probably need to make a couple of extra moves. So look, I'm probably going to make a few moves. I'm probably going to take another -6 and roll my wild card into the round of 16. The reasoning why I'm not wild carding this round is because of the fact that come the round of 32 right now, I've looked at some of the permutations in terms of the teams that could be playing each other in the round of 32. And there are some juicy matchups for certain teams that might finish top of the group or finish second place, whatever it is. However, I don't think I'm going to want them post the round of 32. So I think I'm going to take some unbelievable punts in the round of 32 and hope that I've seen them like I've been seeing them so far in the World Cup. Obviously, 108 points into 107. 107 points after the -6. I'm pretty happy with both rounds. 215 points in total is pretty good start. And this is just a win for people that are Mavericks, that enjoy manual subs, that enjoy swapping your captain from game to game. I don't understand why FPL have not introduced these two fundamental things that just boost engagement and also reward you to be active on the website. Like, why would you not encourage people to come back to the website is actually beyond me. That's one of the things I've really enjoyed is that. By the way, we've got a special hydration break sponsor later on today as well, because believe it or not, D-Unit's tapping into the hydration sponsor because, look, 22 minutes in. No, we're not going to do it 22 minutes in. We're going to do it a little bit of the time in. But essentially, it's going to be a hydration break for the unit. Hello, boys. It's been a while since we've been able to watch a live show, but definitely need help on a wild card. Yeah, for what it's worth, I'm going to do a wild card draft in a minute based on what I'm feeling right now. I'm not ruling out that I will press the button, but at this moment in time, the plan is not to press the wild card button. Going for the big boys was the way. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, all the forwards outside of Schick have just been dominating. Like, literally all the big boys in Matchday 2 literally dominated. Like, Messi scored a brace. Kane didn't because he's surrounded by a bunch of flogs. That's probably why he did nothing in that game. I'm going to talk about England a little bit. I was going to do a live watch along for the England game. I saw the lineup and thought, you know what, stuff this. I'm not doing it because I'm just going to be angry the whole game. And my God, I was angry until I fell asleep from boredom. That's how poor England were overnight. It wasn't fun to watch. I think Thomas Tuchel, the more I think about it, the more the dude just wants to make sure that Kane has no chance of winning a major tournament in the last of his prime years. I don't see a world where anyone in their right mind would suggest that Harry Kane would enjoy being supplied by Noddy Madueke, who can't get a start for Arsenal when Saka's fit, and Anthony Gordon, who, for all intents and purposes, I don't actually know what he does on a football field other than run around. Like, I actually don't know what he does with the ball at his feet. He is one of the most one-dimensional players. He kicks the ball in front of him and runs. That is not a skillful player. I do not know how he ended up starting 2 games and lasting, I think combined, I was working out the maths when I was watching today. I think he's played 150 minutes so far of this World Cup already. That's 150 minutes too long as far as I'm concerned. He looks awful. Anyhow, benched him because he's crap and because he's leaving to Barcelona as well. But either way, that's a nine here there. But yeah, that's what I think about that. I'm going completely differential on Wildcard. Obviously, I haven't learned anything yet. That's not a that's not a surprise, but also it's probably a good way to attack it. Good afternoon, Hippie. How are you, my friend? 128 points this week. Close to nightmare, but watching on out for the dark horse. Right, yeah, Rob Taff, he had a really good... In fact, some of you lot have had really good weeks. I just wish... Part of me is like going... I wish I was more awake at the last deadline because I felt like I was quite tired because I'd stayed up, whereas today I've had a bit of a sleep, woken up and doing the stream now. But that one, yeah, I just think if I'd had a bit more sleep or a bit more rest, I reckon I would have fallen on Jonathan David for Schick. And I can't believe that man scored 23 points. I mean, can you imagine how good your week would have been if you'd brought in Jonathan David and he just delivered that performance and you captained him? I mean, that's the guy that's winning overall at the moment did exactly that move. So look, yeah, sometimes it works. Anyways, I'm going to talk you through what my line of thinking is. Hopefully the made transfers bit comes up on stage there with a little bit of luck. So I'm actually thinking of turfing Haaland out. I just think that against France, I don't think I can't see Haaland scoring more than 1 goal. Schick is definitely out the door, 100%. He's just gone. For what it's worth, I really like Ismail Assar. Now, he's 1.9% owned. Maybe he's going to go up, but I just think that he scored a brace against, he scored a brace against Norway, and now he plays Iraq. And we've seen what France have done to Iraq. We've seen what Norway have done to Iraq. This should be a surefire bank fixture. Now, I've heard lots of people talking about rotation for Messi and et cetera, et cetera. I think he plays and I think he dominates. That group is literally the stat padding group of the World Cup. Messi must be frothing his lips going, I can win a golden boot here by just playing the group stage. He won't be far off because he can easily score a hat-trick in 45 minutes. People saying he's only going to play 45 minutes, et cetera, whatever. I think he's going to be great regardless. I think he's going to be really good. So I would not be hesitating to play him in this game either. I'm sorry, I'm just going to quickly share something. No, that's going to work. Deadline stream match day 3. Let's cook another 9. Let's cook another -6 points. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I took a -6 point hit and I'm still in front of all the other content creators out there, man. Like, they're all miles behind me. Like, they're in the rear view mirror. I'm like 40 points in front of them. It's like insane. And I've only obviously played the 1 booster as well. So Nightmare's obviously played 2. I've played 1. Maybe I can make up the extra 20 odd points I need on him when I play my booster, which is hopefully going to be the Wildcard 16 play. That's what I'm hoping for. Nightmare's also thinking of taking a -6 today. So we're back in good business here. So yeah, I'm thinking that is the forward line I want to end up with. Now, I need a bit of money actually for the last time I checked. No, I don't need money. I've actually got 1.6 million in the bank, so I can just do those moves, right? And I just don't think Haaland's going to do that well in Matchday 3. Look, I could be completely, utterly folly, but Cody Gakpo also looks really good as well. I just think that Ismail Assar against Iraq, man, that screams points to me. Then we're looking at the -6, right? So I have no issue with the France game against Norway. I think they're fine. Bruno G against Scotland also looks pretty good. I'm unconvinced on Bruno and Diaz. I'm concerned that they're playing each other, but I'm also concerned that I don't want to make too many hits. So my line of thinking is I'm probably going to move one of them out. It's probably going to be Diaz, and it's probably going to be Kufau. And I think I'm going to roll the rest of the team, right? So that's going to be -9. That gives me, what is it? 13.3 million to spend. So my line of thinking at the moment is to bring in Dumfries. So this is the thing. So if I bring in, I really want to bring in Salah for that Iran game. I have a feeling he's going to just pop off again. I could bring in that Sabiba. Hold on, what's his name? The guy that plays for Morocco. He looks pretty good. Let's go to midfielder. Let's get rid of that. And let's go to Morocco. I really like the Morocco fixture. I think that they're going to wipe the floor of Haiti. I mean, Hakimi might actually be better than Dumfries because you feel like they have to win. So maybe that's a better play. I mean, this guy looks like an absolute beast. That gives you 0.8 million. How much is Hakimi? Let's go to defender. So Hakimi is like 6 mil. So I could get rid of Dumfries, right? If I didn't like him, I could make it -9. I don't like the -9. The -9 screams just a bit of desperation for me. Let's revert there. We could do something like this. I'd be pretty happy with that. -6 there. So Messi, Sarr, Hakimi, and Sabiri in. There's 0.5 left in the bank, but I'm not going to spend it anyway because I don't need it. I mean, you could look at Cody Gakpo, I suppose, if you thought that he was going to bang again. I just don't know, man. Like, how much is he? So, Sar's 6.2. Gakpo's 7.7. So, I can't afford it anyway. So, that's neither here nor there. I couldn't afford Ndav. For what it's worth, I feel like this man starts. I just don't see it. I feel like Sarr needs a win. Like, they need to win. So, like, that's my line of thinking. They've not won a game. They need to score goals against Iraq and win to progress as the third place side. So I just think that Sarr's going to be banging. That's where I'm thinking at the moment. That's why I think I'm going to go for a -6. At the moment. That's what I'm thinking. Currently on 220 points. Going all out on Wildcard with 10 scouting bonus players. Can't believe I brought in Salah. I just think Salah looks really good. Sabiri, yeah. Wang and Boom, yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm very happy with the rest of the team. Like Dest against Turkey that can't score a goal. They're probably going to score and Dest will probably be crap. But I've got Kimmich. I think for what it's worth, I think Cucurella and Spain have a very high chance of a clean sheet against Uruguay as well. I haven't been overly impressed by them. And then I'm probably only going to play 3 at the back anyway. So it'll be Hakimi, Kimmich, and one of Dest and Cucurella. And then I'll either play 3-5-2 or 3. Hold on, that didn't make sense. 3-4-3. Oh my God, I'm losing the plot here. That's my line of thinking. I think that makes a lot of sense. I've got no worries about the players showing up. Sarr's going to start and probably really infuriate me like he does in FPL, but that's neither here nor there. Hakimi's going to start. He's apparently on penalties from Morocco as well. Sabiri plays as the false 9 or the 9, and he plays in midfield, so that looks pretty good. And then you've got, who's the other bloke I'm bringing in? Messi. I've got to bring in the stat padder, man. He's been stat padding the last 2 games. I think he does it again. I just think that I don't see Messi coming to another World Cup. He'll be over 40 years old. I just do not see it that he'll be still playing football. I don't think Ronaldo will still be playing football. And if they are, it's literally the game's gone if they're showing up to the next World Cup because they'll be well past it by then, I think. But yeah, that's where I think I'm going to go. I'm not 100% sold on it at the moment, but that is where I'm going to go. Now, if you were to wildcard this week, and you really want some spice, I'm going to put together a draft that I would go to if I was wildcarding this week. And then we'll see what you guys think. So I would be getting rid of Musiala. I'd even probably... part of me thinks that... Oh, God. Get that off. I think I'd get rid of Bruno G as well. I feel like Vinny Jr. looks like a pretty good pick. You've got 3.8 now. For what it's worth, not many people have been talking about this guy, but I was very impressed by Mustafa Zico against Iran the other day, so I've got to find 0.4 million now. I'd probably turf out Cucurella and Munoz because there's no real need for them at the moment. And then I'm looking for blokes that I think have easy fixtures in match day 3. Part of me thinks an Australian defender could actually be really good this week. I don't say that with any faith. I'm going to come out now. Argentina against Jordan looks like a pretty easy fixture to get a clean sheet, maybe some attacking points. He's gone 11 and 9 points so far. I think Medina at 4 mil is an absolute steal. Absolute steal. I'd 100% be having him in. Is he under 5%? No, he's going to be over 5%, so you're not going to get scouting bonus from him. But I just don't see Argentina not keeping a clean sheet. You can even look at Martinez, 4.6. He's owned by 5.3. Again, he's not really going to be scoring. And then it's like looking for some of these other ones, like who is actually going to score? I mean, for what it's worth, Nico O'Reilly, I would struggle to see O'Reilly not starting again. But he's owned by 11.1%. Maybe like Reece James, what's he owned by? He's going to be owned by heaps because so many English people are playing the game, isn't he? 5%. You could go for a Reece James, maybe. 5 mil. I mean, he's 5% owned, so you're not going to get scouting bonus. But like, I wasn't impressed. I haven't been impressed by Panama at all. I think they're going to be pretty good in general. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly sit there so you can see the actual players I've picked there. I just think that if you're spending up, you might as well go for the big boys in attack and then just go for these cheapy blokes in the defense. So I'd get rid of Kimmich here as well, and I'd probably get in Dumfries. There we go. And the goalkeeper I'm 0.1 short. So Nyland's going to get turfed out here. And they're going to bring in the goalkeeper for Ivory Coast, I think it is. I was looking at this before and I was like, this is, I think, where I would go. Ivory Coast, where are they? No, they're called the Cut the Vat. Fofana. Oh, mate, I'm 0.1 million short. I did this. Maybe it was Dest I turfed out. It might have been Dest I turfed out. Hold on. Defenders. And I need a 4 mil. I mean, you could bring in Doué, right? 3.9 mil for Dest. There you go. Look at that. That's a wildcard draft for anyone that's on wildcard. I think that's where I'd go. I just think that Elise's looked like the player of the tournament for me so far. Mbappe looks unstoppable. Messi just, I think, is going to keep stat padding. Saad, they've got something to fight for. The midfield is just stacked with blokes that are just going to return points. So, I mean, who cares if your defence concedes? You only need to play bloody 3 of them. And then Argentina, I think, high chance of keeping a clean sheet against Jordan. James, high chance of a clean sheet against Panama. Dumfries, high chance of a goal along with Hakimi in their games. I mean, that is a wildcard draft. I think anyone could sit there and go, it's probably going to bang. Messi can score a hat-trick against that Jordanian team in 45 minutes. Legit. Like, he could literally score a hat-trick in 45 minutes against that team. That is, like, in the easiest group imaginable. He must have been frothing his lips when he saw that the group stage draw, I reckon. Still Nico Paz does get in. Gakpo looks to pick from the Netherlands for matchday 3 minutes and returns. I shall reveal my minus 12 non-wildcard squad in the group chat after the deadline. Very nice, Happy. I think Sarr up front is the best shout. So many chances. I know. The dude is... So, for what it's worth, the reason why I like Sarr is not because of the data. It's because of the fact I watched the game against Norway. I was like, how the hell does he keep getting all the chances? And then he scored twice. I mean, he's literally hoovering up. I think there was a stat that came out in the commentary that apparently Sarr has now recorded the 4th most XG at the World Cup out of every player that's played. That tells me he's a pretty good pick, especially with that Iraq fixture to come. I just think that they need to score goals. I think Sarr's going to be involved. Here's my team. Pickford, Kimmich, Kukurea, Raum, Wirtz, Elise, Somerville, Sabari, Haaland, Messi, Mbappe. Yeah, see, like, I love I think that the key is in this game is just to spend up on the big boys. Spend up and just believe they're going to bang. Like lots of people talking about Harry Kane. I'm not convinced by England at all. I've not been convinced since the squad got announced, and I wasn't convinced that they beat a bunch of pensioners 4-2. I mean, so you should. Literally, Croatia brought an average age of like 37 years old. That's what it feels like anyway when you look at the team. They're all ancient. England should be swatting aside an ancient team. They're meant to be in their prime, this lot. And then they obviously rolled up against Ghana and had nothing. It was like watching Man United against a low block. It was really boring football, a lot of sterile possession. And look, when you've got Anthony Gordon playing for over 50 minutes, you're probably not going to score many goals because he just doesn't deliver. And Notty Madueke, look, it's really funny, right? I don't think much of the commentary team that they've got on the World Cup here. And sadly, this morning, we were subjected to no Martin Tyler. Where was Martin Tyler on the England game? I've got no clues whatsoever. But we were subjected to some American geezer that felt like he was reading off a script prompter on live. I mean, it was horrendous, the commentary this morning. Absolutely horrendous. And then the panel at halftime don't know what they're on about. Harry Kill seemed to think that Notty Madueke was doing well. I was like, what game was he watching? Granted, what he said was factually true. Notty Madueke was taking them on. He just had no end product. He's literally the definition of watching, I'm trying to think of a really good player. He's like watching Garnacho. You give him the ball, he runs with it, he looks kind of like he could do something, and he does nothing with it. He's the definition of a waste of space. I still do not know how he got a ticket on that plane. I don't know how Gordon got a ticket. I don't know how, as I said, old mate got a ticket on the right. I've even forgotten his name now, Madueke. Don't know how Jordan Henderson got a ticket. My God, what a waste of a space. And then you look at the defence and you just think, I mean, Konza made some terrific challenges yesterday, so I can't be too critical of him, but you bought Diego Spence. Whatever his name is. Why on earth are you taking a Spurs player that literally survived on the final day of the season? That is not form. Oh, it's infuriating to watch. You know what the thing is that so many people said DG Spence's game he was probably the best England player. You want to know why he was the best English player yesterday? Because he's used to playing in a crap team. So, of course, he's going to do well in a crap team that doesn't function well because he's so used to it. Every other England player is like, what is this crap that we're playing? And that's what it looked like. Spence was the only one with half a clue because he's used to playing in a bunch of crap and made himself look half decent. That's pretty much what it was. I think Kane plays, the other big boys might not. I just think that they want the golden boot, man. Players are players. They want the golden boot. I just think that they all play. Not convinced by England at all. Lived here 53 years, not convinced, apart from fish and chips and Sunday roast. That they do very well, Hippie. That they do very well. Yes, hydrate. The big boys will want that golden boot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I just said. Evening all. Get these wild cards down and crack open the Fosters. Laren first captain and then pick either Vinny J or Sabari for captain of Laren Blanks. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of this game, man. You just keep on rinsing and rotating through captains and just hope you end up on a winner at some point. Obviously, the key is you've got to have like a limit. Like I had Dest first up, get 12 points, and I was like, oof, can I beat that with 12 points? The answer was I could. Haaland and Mbappe both got 13 points, which was 1 point more. If I was really brave, I could have got an extra point by transferring to Munoz, but who was I to know that he was going to keep a clean sheet and score a goal? I mean, there was always the possibility, but I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. It's a new YouTube thing, unfortunately. I'm still mucking around with the settings. Before, it just used to show none. Now it's starting to just show them, and I don't know what button I need to press in order to stop it. Actually, I can probably have a look now while I'm in here. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to actually... You guys can tell me if you're still getting them. Hold on. All right. I've just done a manual setting change. Let me know if it makes any difference or not. Best week to play the wildcard. For me, it's the round of 16. I just feel like if you're playing the wildcard this week, it's literally a one-off punt. And there, as people have been saying, there's risk of rotation. So you could wildcard this week and end up with a team that has reduced minutes, doesn't do what you think it's going to do. Whereas in the round of 16, there is no rotation. People need to win. So for me, I'm like, I can pick a nice squad with a wild card because you get unlimited transfers in the round of 32. Then I'm going to pop out and press the wild card for the round of 16 and just change my entire team again. And also I think that the round of 16 could have teams that have a mismatch, like where some players, for example, Messi might get a really easy fixture in the round of 32. Happy days, you bring him in. I think when he runs into a decent opposition, he's probably going to be an absolute sell. So for that reason, if he has a hard fixture in the round of 16, I'm just going to sell him on Wildcard rather than hold him. But I think that in the round of 32, he's probably going to end up with pretty much a bottom feeder team, and it should be a pretty easy game for him once again. My football boots are golden. Only cost me 85 quid last year. Nice. To send a super chat and stuff. I actually don't know what the problem is. YouTube have changed since FPL finished, and I've done live streams to the World Cup. There is something up with the settings. They are no longer the same settings, and to change how it does is very different. They've completely overhauled the system. So I'm hoping I've made it better. I apologize in advance if I haven't. It's something I'm going to have to toy around with. I haven't done enough live streams to figure out what settings I actually need to have it on, because before I just used to press auto and it never showed any. So I'm not sure why it's now showing them, but yeah, we'll figure it out. But hopefully I might have fixed it. I was hoping that people might mention it, and then I was going to see if pressing a couple of buttons live on stream fixes it. So we'll have to wait and see. I've yet to see one come up since I pressed it, and I've also got the stream open as well. So potentially it is a bit like that. Part of me, I mean, that team is pretty banging. To find me a better wildcard team than that, you'd be hard pressed to do so, I reckon. I think that is probably where I would go, realistically speaking. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do now. So I am going to turf out home. I'm going to turf out Shig. I'm going to turf out Kufau. And let's just bring in those players I was talking about before. Let's get that off all. I'm pretty confident in the moves I'm going to do. So I'm actually not going to waste too much time in doing them. For what it's worth, Gakpo could be really good. I'm not going to lie. Tunisia looked like absolute arse. I'm just backing in the fact that I've also watched Iraq games every time, and Norway and France have had an absolute field day. So I just think that Sarr is going to come out and hopefully do the business, and he's going to fund my other abilities. So 5.2 million. It's not enough to get Dumfries in. Actually, let's have a look at some of these defenders and see what I think there. Oops, sorry. Maybe I can just take a -3. Can I find a good defender that only costs, what is it? 5.2. Hold on. I need to go to price. Hakimi's 6. That's annoying. Dumfries is 5.7. The two I really like. Virgil's 5.5. Poro. Quande. Tas. Cancelo. Saliba. Marquinhos. I feel like Marquinhos keeps a clean sheet, but I could be wrong. James versus Panama, man. Sure. I really like that move. It costs 5.2 though. Have I got the money for that? I do. This is a sign. Maybe it's James in. There we go. And then we play James, Kimmich, Dest, Kukurea. That's a back four that I could easily roll with. Midfield, Elise, Bruno, G, Musiala, and then one of those ones. And then the three up top. Maybe I need to take a -3 and roll with it like that. I quite like that. I don't think Reece James just starts. I'm very convinced he starts. I mean, he's played 90 minutes in both games, and he's on a lot. He's on free kicks as well, like some of the free kicks. He's played 90 minutes back to back. I mean, his hamstring's due to give out probably, so there's obviously that concern. But I just think that he's going to bang. 4 chances of 4 the last of 16. Bloody calm, you make it. I mean, in fairness, maybe I should wildcard and just roll with it. Musiala expected to be mentioned, but Mundav. Maybe I can be convinced. Get Alderete in, mate. I'm not getting Alderete. I don't even know who Alderete plays for. Is he even at the World Cup? Is Alderete at the World Cup? Is he actually at the World Cup? Alderete. Holy hell, he is at the World. Oh, mate. Alderete against Australia. He could actually be a really good shout. That's actually a really good shout. 4.1 mil. I know, Andrew could definitely go and win it for sure. Do I think Sucker starts? I mean, he should, because Madueke is the definition of throwing crap away. Yeah, 4 transfers. I didn't realize it was 4 transfers. I completely forgot about how many transfers. So if round 32, sit there and half your team gets eliminated, then you're really up crap creek and without a paddle. That won't be ideal. God, that's given me some room for 4. I didn't realize you got 4 transfers. 4 transfers is a lot of transfers. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do just wildcard now and just roll with it and hope for the best. Won't win it if I take this -9, which is tempting me. What do you make of the Japan to rotate tweaks? Surely they can't afford to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I don't think there's going to be as much rotation as people think. Like there's. What is there? So hold on. Let's say I'm sorry. I'm going to go down here. So to just prove a point. Well, hopefully prove a point. So say Group B and A, they played on Friday, right? Last week, which is Thursday night, US time. Then USA and all this lot, they played on the Saturday, which should be Friday night. Yes, I've got that right. So they played today, which is Wednesday night. That's, hold on. So what did I say? Thursday, Friday. So that's almost a week's rest. I don't think that they, it's 4 days. It's a minimum of 4 days. I mean, these players are not that pathetic, are they? Yeah, get a mystery chip as well. I think that's meant to be some sort of clean sheet nonsense or whatever, but I don't really think that's overly exciting. Maybe I do just wild card. Get it over and done with. Because you got the unlimited thing in 32, which I'm going to play the qualification booster in. Then you've got the other 2 chips, which is around 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final. That's 2 chips in the final 4. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do just press the wild card. Maybe there's a reason why everyone's using it this round. That actually might make a lot of sense. Let's press it, eh? What did I have before? So I'm going to have to open up my stream and go back and see what I had before. Because I was turfing out Musiala. I was turfing out Bruno. I was turfing out Diaz. I turfed out Bruno G. We had Vinny, Salah, who else do we have? God. I saw that Tom had Mane in his team. I was like, mate, why have you got Mane in your team? He is rubbish. He's well past it. Sorry, but he is. Who else did I have? I can't remember. Sabari, yeah, I had him. I had another midfielder. I can't think of who it bloody was. Oh, Zico. That's right. I had Zico in. Zico, where is he? 4.2. Then I had old mate. Who did I have in goal? Some fraud in goal. Who did I have? Some 4.2 million bloke in goal. I can't remember who it was. Who did I have? I didn't have Fofana. It was someone else, wasn't it? Was it? I can't remember. Jordan Pickford, how much is he? I really fancy England to keep a clean sheet in that game. 4.8 mil. He's expensive. He's an expensive fraud, isn't he? Let's get rid of Dest. Which goalkeeper did I have before? Nah, was it Fofana? I don't think it was Fofana. I think you guys are full of it. I don't think it was. I feel like I looked at Fofana, ended up going with someone else. Some other bloke that cost 4.2 mil. But maybe I didn't. Maybe it was Fofana. I feel like it was someone else though. It's not, the name's not popping at me. It must have been because there's no one else that's 4.2 that I would have bought. Okay, maybe that's what it is. There we go. I get the Korean goalie in. Yeah, I mean, he sucked he literally cost them the game in the previous round. What does that leave me with? 14.4 million for defenders. So this is where we get a little bit excited and we bring in all the big guns. So we bring in Hakimi, we bring in the Dumfries, and we've still got 2.7 million, which means I'm royally screwed. Who was it? Alderete. I really like that shout. Whoever said that, actually, I quite like that. 4.1. And then there was Medina from, oh, look at this, folks. That's it. That's the wildcard team right there. Far out. That looks like a sexual beast if ever I've seen it. All right, let's press that. I've pressed the wildcard button. Yes. Stuff it. We're activating it. We're doing it. I think that's, that's a pretty sexy looking team. That's a pretty sexy looking team. But, mate, I'm not going for Zinnia from Saudi Arabia. Oh, God. Bart Simpson? Yeah, potentially. I've got 0.1 million left. I think I'm quite happy with the team, to be honest. Who starts there? Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland, Brazil. Far out. So I've got to pick a captain at 6 a.m. in the morning. God, I'm going to have to wake up for that. There's so much writing on this. So I need to bring in Sabari. He needs to sub in for Elise. There we go. And then it's a real, like, who do you captain out of Vinny, Hakimi, and Zico? No, not Zico. Sabari. When do the Dutch play? They play tomorrow. Yeah. God. What's Sabitzer bang now? He's been shifted out of my team. Alvarez to start. Bosnia goalkeeper. How much is he? No Scottish, mate. No chances at all. No chances. Scotland are going to get the floor wiped of them today. I reckon it's going to be at least 3-0. I'd be shocked if it's anything else other than 3-0, to be honest. It's hold on. Fafana plays first. So hold on. He plays there. There we go. That looks a bit better. Not sold about Elise. I'm open to moving him. I hope Egypt bang, man. If Egypt bang like I think they're going to bang, this is going to be good. I'm quite happy with that. Suggest me anyone you think I've missed. I've got 0.1 to play with. I don't think there's another goalkeeper I can really realistically look at that makes 4.3. I quite like James for England. I think that he's going to be a real rogue pick. Not many people are going to have him, and he could absolutely froth it on the final day of the group stage. Diao from Senegal expected to start in goal because of a Mendy injury. I think Iraq score for what it's worth. I'm not sold. I watched Senegal today. I don't think I want any of their defenders. I'm quite happy to have the Sarr as an attacker. I'm not overly convinced I want any defenders from them. They looked very open. Nico, I don't think he starts. I mean, why is he starting Spence? Why did he start Spence? I mean, surely he's learned his lesson that starting Spence is just an idiotic decision that never needs to be revisited again. I just think that there's no way that Reece James doesn't play. Brian Daz, Pana Rasha, I already have Sabari. Doan, Japanese defender playing higher up the pitch. Doan, who did Japan play? Sweden. Nah, I don't like that. I don't think he keeps a clean sheet. I think that Sweden-Japan game has like 2-2 written or something of it. Like, I just think that both teams are going to score goals. Elise could get rested. Czech could get a game. Hard call. Go wild. Saka from Mbappe for Ronaldo. Definitely not. However, I will admit in the round of 32, I might bring in my boy if they've got a nice fixture in that round. I think Ronaldo looked pretty on it. I've gone Orlando, Gill and goal against Australia. Selling Elise as part of my hypothetical -9. Who are you selling Elise for then? All right, let's go to the thing and see what people are thinking here. Let's go back to the transfers. They don't cost me anything at the moment. So let's go wild. Let's go to midfielders. And if we're getting rid of Elise, what can we do? So we get rid of Elise and we've got a lot of players that I don't know who they are. Like, who's this guy? What's his shirt he's wearing? It's not even the bloody Argentinian shirt. That's like, it looks like he's just wearing a polo shirt. So what has he got? An assist in that one. He scored a goal against Uruguay. Oh, he plays for Uruguay. That's of course he is not wearing an Argentinian shirt if he's playing for Uruguay, you absolute nonce. God, that's embarrassing. I can't believe I thought he was playing for Argentina. It's hilarious. I mean, he scored in both games. He could be, is he? I don't even know who that is. Never heard of him. Sabari, I've got. Vinny, I've got. Somerville, I'm not convinced will start because he's on a yellow card. If he starts, he could be great. But again, he doesn't play the whole game, so I'm not convinced by him. Who's Just? Oh, is that that's the New Zealand Wood bloke called Just Wood. Ayari against Japan actually is a pretty good shout, you know. He had a lot of, I felt like he was really good in the first game, and he was not far away from scoring against the Netherlands in that second game. He's just a punt in the dark, really, more than anything else. I'm bringing Rashford in. You're meant to reply with either Diaz or Rashford. I've no faith in Thomas Tuchel. If someone else managed that England team, I would be all in on Marcus Rashford. Diaz against Haiti. This is Brahim Diaz. It's the guy that plays for Real Madrid. So he got an assist against Scotland. Got an assist against Morocco. I don't mind that shout. But then I've got 6.4 and he's got like, then I've got a lot of money left in the bank. I'm like, what the hell am I going to spend it on? Because yeah, I don't know where I'm spending it if I haven't got Elise. Who else is in here? McGinn. Let's bring in McGinn for all the Scottish fans out there. Jude Bellingham, 8.3 mil. Oh, mate, he'll be lucky if he starts the next game. He was so bad. Maybe Barcola gets a start. He's got to be due a start, surely. What's he done? He's played 83 minutes against Iraq. Played 10 minutes against Senegal, but scored a goal. Interesting. My sound. Kufau to Zico. Yeah, I like that one. Balogun to Somerville. Dumfries. Elise to Hakimi. Bellingham to Kane. Big risk. Did that work? I feel like you're moving too many players that are defenders to midfielders. And Doku. Oh, yes, Doku. I forgot about him. He's apparently meant to be good to go for the last Belgium game against New Zealand. I mean, he didn't do much in the Egypt game, but then that was Egypt. He surely comes straight back into the team. Maybe I don't mind that shout. That's a pretty good one. That's actually a really good shout. Then, hold on. Defenders. Hold on. You know who I quite like the look of? I need to find him first. Can't find him there yet. De Kuiper is a pretty good punt against New Zealand. I think he starts, and I feel like he could score a goal. It's obviously filled with risk. He could easily end up on the bench like he was the first time around. I just think that he's quite attacking. I could turf out Alderete for De Kuiper. I don't mind that one. I'm locked in. All right, so Bosnia, who are they playing? Manzambi starts for Switzerland. Who the hell is Manzambi? Look, it does still play ads. All right, I need to have a look at that again. So he plays in midfield. What does he do? Last round points, 15. Far out. He was pretty good last round. He scored 2 goals. Who is this guy? Maybe we can put Manzini in there. 0.1 left over. This is a good sign. This is a sign I like the look of. Goalkeepers. How many goalkeepers have we got? Goalkeeper that is cheap, that looks half decent. Goalkeeper 4.4.44. Where are we? Who the hell's that? Oh, that's the Iran goalkeeper. I was like, who is that? Rangel against the Czech Republic. For what it's worth, he could actually be a pretty good punt. Martinez, 5 million. That's not enough money. Beach. Oh, God. Nah, man. Just not possible. I don't want to do that. Room. 4.3. Suzuki. Plays Sweden. No good. Frisch. Becker, 5 mil. All these guys are way too expensive. Gill. I mean, Gill looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Gill, I feel like they could keep a clean sheet there. I actually quite like that shout. Whoever had said it before, Gill against Australia. I mean, that Australian team are ass. They are absolute ass. Go for Bonawau as goalkeeper. Bonawau. Who the hell is that? You guys are not spelling that correct. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm not spelling that correct. Morocco against Tahiti. I don't mind that. But he costs too much money. I've only got 0.1 left in the bank. All roads lead to Virginia. I think that I'm pretty happy with that. Like Gill, I think, is probably a better keeper than that Egyptian one. Australia are not going to do anything. Yeah, the Morocco keeper, I quite like the team, man. Zambi, straight out the gate. Let's give it a go. 4.7 buy now for Morocco. Yeah, I don't have 0.1 million in the bank, folks. Sorry. 0.1 million in the bank. There's, sacrifices will need to be made. I agree. Vicini could be amazing. Not going to lie. He actually, I'm not going to lie. I think he could be good. Not going to lie. He actually could be good. I don't mind that. That is a sexy looking team. What was Nico O'Reilly? O'Reilly was 4.7. If we got rid of okay, yeah, so we could take an absolute punt here. I don't mind this. This is a punt I'm happy to take. I actually think that O'Reilly, I can't see a world where O'Reilly doesn't start the next game. I think Thomas Tuchel is on a hiding to nothing if he doesn't. Now, I don't mind that. Then we can get rid of old mate in goal. And who was the one that said the Moroccan goalkeeper? This is always a good sign. When you've got no money left over, it's normally a good sign, and I quite like that. That looks sexy. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Happy days. Confirm them. I think that's it. That could be the team. Exactly. No money left in the bank. Always a good sign, folks. Always a good sign. We've done that with about an hour and 10 minutes to spare as well. I quite like that. Then we can go with who plays first. Old mate Zamzingi can be the captain straight out the gate since we know he starts. Then we've got the Brunei against Haiti. Now I've just got to work out who I'm captaining in that fixture. Is it Sabari, Vinny Jr., Hakimi? I just can't get the Wang in, unfortunately. I mean, maybe I should because of the fact he's playing against South Africa. We get a Wang in, boom. Maybe that is the play. God, I did. Who misses out? That's the key. I mean, like all these players have good fixtures. And the fact that the team costs exactly 100 mil is exactly the sign that I look for. Whenever a team ends up with 100 million in the bank, the squad costs the exact amount of money you've got, I always get a bit excited about it. I'm a little bit giddy because of the fact that, it means you've nailed it because there's no money left over to spend on any other sod out there. So, yeah. But Hakimi's on penalties, apparently. That's a consideration. Also, Vinny Jr. is highly likely to be on penalties as well with Rafinha out injured, unless Neymar starts. I just don't. I mean, why is Neymar at the World Cup, man? It's literally just it's like the people hanging on for hanging on's sake. What is the point of it? I think Messi dominates in 45 minutes against Jordan. That's what I reckon. I've seen enough from that group. What is it? Group. Where is it? Group J to make me think Messi destroys Jordan, and whatever game time he plays, he probably scores multiple times. That's my gut feel on it. That's my gut feel. Could even move Mbappe out for Kane if I really wanted. I just don't have any faith in England at all. Paqueta could take pens. Yeah, that's fair. No chance of 60. I've done that. Wang Im Boom. What a name. I mean, imagine having your name as Wang Im Boom. I don't even know if I'm saying it correct. I need to look that up and see if I'm saying that name correct or not. Kimi on pens, that's a new one on me. But if he is, I don't know. I heard it listening, and apparently he is the captain. It would make some sort of sense that he's on penalties. But then you've got Brahim Diaz, and you've also got Sabari. You would think that maybe a defender is not taking penalties, but God knows some weird things happen at the World Cups. Bruno G could explode. Yeah, I had him last round and he was disappointing. 4 points was not what the doctor ordered. So you know what? Stuff him. You get one shot in my team in World Cup fantasy and you're out if you don't perform. So there could be a lot of players leaving the team after this round that don't perform. But I've literally turfed out the entire team except Mbappe. He's the only player that remains on Wildcard, which is quite insane when you think about it. But I haven't owned any of these other players the entire time. I just think there's so many points here on offer in this final match days. I didn't realize. I forgot that you got 4 transfers in the round of 16. So it really doesn't make any sense to wildcard then, because every man and his dog's going to have 4 transfers anyway. And like, that's literally that is a quarter of your team. Like, surely I'm going to pick a decent team in the round of 32. I'm not going to need to change the entire thing. One name Ryan, he'll start. Fair. Probably does, to be fair. Kimi's non-pens. Morocco have no set pen taker. They cannot find a good enough pen taker, but trust me, I know I'm Moroccan. Fair. There we go. Spoken by a Moroccan. Happy days. All done. So yeah, that's the team. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think I want to really tinker with it too much, even though I can. Let's find out the percentage of ownership for all these players. How many scouting bonuses have I got? 1. Medina, 4.9. He won't be 4.9 by the deadline. Dekaipa will hopefully be 5. Manzambi is 0.5%, so he'll get it if he bangs. Sarr as well looks like he'll get it if he bangs. And then Gil. So I've only taken in 1, 2, 3, 4 players with scouting bonus. Yeah. I'm fine with that though. I think that there's a strong chance of. I just think that going for an extra 2 points when you can pick players that are probably going to score goals just seems a little bit daft. So that's why my line of thinking has kind of gone away from that. Yes, this is the wildcard live active. The wildcard is active. You can see it there, hopefully on screen. That button is officially active. So wildcard has been pressed. I've changed my mind. And that is the team we're going to cook. Very similar to the one I put in my video, but I had put a little bit of more thought into it. And quite happy with the thoughts of the where it is at the moment. All right, do you have any thoughts on my Rashford starting? He needs to start. If I see Anthony Gordon play again for England, I think I'll just sit there and write a letter of complaint to the king. See what he says. Trefigo starting for Medina, matey. Is there? I mean, I could move Medina. I'm open to that. He's 4 million, isn't he? Sorry, percentage selected price 4 mil. I've got 0.1 in the bank. Okay, there's a good sign. Actually, you know what? We're going to bring in Alderete for the lols because he's playing Australia, and that screams points to me. Double Paraguay defense against Australia. I'm thinking about my record of double defense last year. Am I backing in a team here that can defend? I'm not sure. But I also know Australia are crap, so part of me thinks that it could easily work. 4.1. I mean, that is a sign. That is actually 0 million left in the thing then. And I started thinking of doing it to fire Team Brady. Thank you very much. Wang and Boom only 1.3. Do you think Messi keeps up the goal streak though? I think Ronaldo's going to keep cooking. I agree. Any news on Rice? Heard he could be injured. Yeah, apparently he's got a calf injury. But apparently he's been carrying it for most of the Premier League season, the back half of the Premier League season, as well as the World Cup. So I think it's one of those monitor ones. But again, it asked you, why is he taking certain players? Like Jordan Henderson, we're really going to play Jordan Henderson. I mean, bring in Kobbie Mainoo. At least he can progress the bloody ball. Yeah, I just think Thomas Tuchel's lost the plot. He's not going to be the England manager post the World Cup. I'm very convinced about this. I think he's crap. So what did old mate said? Where's Argentina? There we go. Defender. So Medina costs 4 mil. Why would he be getting rested though? I mean, I suppose in fairness, he might. But he looks pretty young. Why would he get rested? Trafalgar. What's he done to warrant a start? Not much by the looks of it. Who's the other defender I was thinking about? There's another defender I was thinking of that could be good, but I can't remember what their price was. I'm going to leave Alderete in. I think Alderete could bang. There we go. Medina out. There we go. Less rotation risk. Paraguay actually have to do something in that game against Australia, so I'm hoping they get a 0-0 draw. Hope England take Eddie Howe after the World Cup. Yeah, bring back the English manager because I'm sick of a German manager already. Even though I'm part like Austrian-German, dad's side is Austrian-German and mum's is English. But my God, it feels weird having a German manager in charge of the English national team. Very bizarre stuff. I know Fernandes is Colombia, but I cannot take him out. I'm just used to always having him in my team. I know. I'm not convinced. He's not on a lot of things for Portugal. He wasn't on that set piece. I just think that there's better options. First choice, but being unfit, I'm just passing. Okay, fair. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a better sign. Alderete, I don't know. Like he could easily score against Australia, man. Like that Australian team are wank. They are wank. I'll happily say it. They're not very good. They're just not very good. So I've got no doubt he's going to do pretty well. To be honest, I think he'll be pretty good. I'm just passing on. Yep. All right. That note, folks, we have, by popular demand, because everyone has been frothing this at the World Cup, and we're going to do this now for everyone's enjoyment. I can't wait to do this. This is going to be epic. We're going to have a hydration break. I actually don't need a hydration break, but I'm going to do it just because of the fact that this is what the World Cup is all about. So I'm going to see you back in exactly 2 minutes' time. That's how long these hydration breaks go for. So let's do it.
Yeah. And Rick's taking, vibe maker. Open app, I ain't praying. I just laugh at the line they laying. All the models, numbers, charts. I just feel it in my heart, then I spray it. Big hit, that's a Hail Mary pick. They shook, I'm just calm with the click. Talk stats, they quote when they sermon. I'm scrolling for that Raw Street German. Dirty dumb, trying to slide in the squad. Bad karma, that boy too hard. Seen too many red cards, late bands. I don't let that touch my hands, but Wilson, man, that boy my cousin. Rain on his boots, let's start buzzing. Folding in the half space, ice cold face, 2 taps, whole rank start jumping. Yeah. I'm the king of the green area. Climbing up the ranks, off vibes, not hero. Check graphs, I just trust my marrow. Every risky pick, turn to gold, play the pharaoh. I'm the king of the green arrow. Hit that cap, holy, go narrow. Chase trends, I'm ahead like tarot. D-Unit crown on the app, that's factual. Group chat blowing, they panic. Crown on a blank, that's tragic. They blame some spreadsheet spirit. I blame that fear they inherit. I bet you swear it's a lock. I start the kid fresh off the block. While Wilson, they type in caps. Next day, they watch the breaks on a recap. Why photo you ask too much? Light on his feet, got the velvet touch. Ghost in the box appeared and vanished. That's real magic, they can't brandish. D-Unit don't run from the smoke. I roll dice where your algo choke, you see risk. I see throne room doors, one right call, I'm 10 floors above yours. I'm the king of the green area, climbing up the ranks, all fives not here. Check grabs, I just trust my marrow. Every risky pick turn a gold plated pharaoh. I'm the king of the green area, hit the cap, whole league go narrow. You chase trends, I'm ahead like tarot. D-Unit crown on the app, that's factual.
That's how you do a hydration break. Oh, God. I had to do it. Sorry, folks. I don't have probably people winding up, but it just had to be done. It had to be done. It did allow me to chuck a piss, so that was also a bit of a nice one. So, yeah, happy days there. Also, now my internet seems to be screwing over itself. What is going on here? It didn't like the hydration break. The stream just carked it. What the hell's going on here? Oh, God. All right. No, I think we're back. All right, let's ask a question now. Sorry. And are you using booster this week? Wildcard. 12 man. Also, how good's that? Now I don't even have to sit there and do anything. I've just done the stream sponsor during the hydration break. Didn't have to say jack crap. Yeah, happy days. I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, long may it continue. Maybe I'll bring that in to my streams during the FPL season. We're gonna have a hydration break during halftime instead of me having to talk for 15 minutes. I like it. I'm bringing it in. Baby. Also, what is it? Max. There we go. Let's see if anyone's actually using a chip this week. Actually, I probably should have put a poll, what do you call it? A selection in there that said don't use anything, but that is me being stupid. Bagging Spanish, better believe it, calm. Yeah, I just think that, I don't know, I don't think the English public are on board with him. And the football's literally been on a par of what Southgate produced. So why have, yeah. Yeah, Desk, I think Turkey score. And Desk costs 4.3 mil, and I just fancy some of these other defenders this week. So I think I'm just going to roll the dice and move him out is the honest answer to that. Yeah, gone for a crap. Tell mate, if I'd gone for a crap, that was one of the quickest craps you've ever seen in your life. Have you made a game week 1 fantasy Premier League draft yet? No, I have not, and I won't be making one, Andrew, until they release the game. I will not. I'll be going. In fact, there won't be any summer break because of the fact. But by the time that the World Cup fantasy ends. The FPL will probably launch about a day later, knowing my luck. So, yeah, everyone will know last season I created my first draft video, and then I think I did one other one before the game week 1 content. I'm not someone that's going to sit there and update a draft every day because that literally is the definition of insanity. Like, I have no interest in creating content that is just regurgitated crap for all intents and purposes. Sorry, I'm just sitting there. I'm just quickly pulling a bloke out of training at South Park. Oh, I've got 25 minutes. Someone remind me in 25 minutes I need to pull someone out of training. Otherwise, I'm going to forget and I'm going to not be able to use him in the game at 3 a.m., which is going to be problematic because I'm hoping to use him. Hopefully I remind myself, 25 minutes time. Don't forget. Any danger of pulling this bloke out of training? There we go. Sweet. Vinny or Mbappe captain? Rotate. Actually, no, yeah, you can go Vinny captain first. If he sucks, just move it to Mbappe. Happy days. I mean, this is my captaincy journey. I'm going to start with Zambi, Nightmares selection as captain there. because he plays straight out the gate and he's been named and we know that he definitely starts. Then I'm going to move it. I'm going to have to wake up at 6 a.m. to change my captain if he sucks ass. Then I'm probably going to whack it on a Moroccan player because I've got 3 Moroccans here. I'm probably going to go Hakimi for what it's worth. Maybe I'll go Sabari. I don't know. I'm going to go someone. Then if that doesn't work, I'm then going to move it to a Netherlands player, which will be Dumfries because I've only got 1 Netherlands player. Yep, I'll be going to the Netherlands player. Then I will be going to one of the Paraguayans, so Alderete or Gil, if Gil needs to come on for the Moroccan keeper. Then if that doesn't work, I'll be going to Nico O'Reilly against Panama. Actually, no, I'll be going to Mo Salah against Iran. What am I on about here? You're an absolute idiot, D-Unit. Yeah, I'll be going there. Actually, I'll be going to Mbappe first. Oh, my God. I need to get these fixtures right in my head. Going to Mbappe. Mbappe sucks. Moving to Mo Salah against Iran. If he doesn't do the business, it's Nico O'Reilly. Then I'm royally screwed because then I'm going with a 45-minute Messi for Argentina. So hopefully I've got a captain that's locked before then. That's the plan. I don't know if I'm going to, but yeah. Overall, there's about 3 million to 4 million, something like that. Yeah. Hello, Golden Goal. How are you, Tommy? Good to see you, bud. I took a -9 today. Do you think I might as well get another -3 for another transfer? I honestly don't know, to be honest. I took a -6 last round, and I was pretty happy with it. Good result, 107 points. I think hits are more manageable in this format because you've only got they only cost -3 points, and -3 points is always a good sign. I mean, I was never deterred by taking a -4, so why would I be deterred by taking a -3? That's always the way I look at it. Zagu. Yeah, about 3 mil, I'd say, give or take. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the team. 100 million spent exactly, always a good sign. And yeah, we're going to start with Manzambi captain. I do like the Zico thing, but then again, I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's have a bit of fun with it. Pick a whole bunch of new players except Mbappe, who I think Mbappe just needs to stay. I don't see a world where he wants to win a Ballon d'Or, man. He's got to perform at the World Cup, so he's probably going to be really good. Morocco and Brazil are going to have to race to who finishes first night, both on the same points, both playing same time, both going to try to score as many as possible. I think Scotland have got a better defense than Haiti. I'm going to come in for the Scottish people out there that watch and just say, I think you might have them. I think that Scotland might get lucky and finish in 3rd place, and that might be enough to qualify for the next round. It's going to be a tight run thing. If Brazil absolutely smack them, I think that raises a possibility of Scotland getting eliminated. I could be wrong, but 8 of the 12 third-place teams progress, and there's going to be some that don't win a game. So I think that's probably something that's going to happen there. Replace Kane for Messi for a -3. Probably not. I mean, Kane's got to start against Panama. He has to start against Panama. And England need to win. Like, England need to win that game. Because if they don't, Ghana could end up winning Ghana or Croatia could end up winning the group because they play each other, right? So if England don't win, they run the risk. Actually, they will most likely finish 2nd. Yeah, I just think that they're going to have to play a full strength team, and that's because of the fact that they sucked this morning. Like, it was watching England this morning was not enjoyable. Like, it just wasn't enjoyable, and I keep going back to the fact that if Thomas Tuchel wanted to play wing backs, right, and that's what it looked like when he picked Spence and he had Reece James and all the rest, why on earth is Lewis Hall not in that squad if that's what he was intending on playing? Because Lewis Hall could definitely do that job and fill in. I just struggle to understand what's going on. I think that the players, to me, looked united when they played under Southgate. Under Tuchel, it looks like an absolute... They don't look united anymore. They just look... They look like they're going to go home in the round of 16. That's what I reckon. which is really annoying because I feel like this is Tuchel's wasting the last prime year's tournament of Harry Kane. Like this will be the last time he is at the peak of his powers. I don't think he'll be at the peak of his powers when the Euros come around in 2 years' time. And he definitely won't be at the next World Cup. I don't even know if he'll make the next World Cup. And he's literally getting wasted. Like they couldn't find him yesterday, except that when a chance did fall to him, like an injury time or whatever it was. He just was so isolated. And you sit there and you look at the team he picked and you go, Anthony Gordon. I mean, did any Newcastle striker do well this season other than Osula, who came in really late and he wasn't fed by Anthony Gordon because Anthony Gordon was on the bench when Osula came into that team? Maybe that was the reason why they all suck, because they don't get any service, and yet you're playing Anthony Gordon, and Anthony Gordon didn't look like feeding Harry Kane at all last night. It was, just bizarre in general. I can't get on board with... I just think Anthony Gordon is a waste of space. And I'm in disbelief that Barcelona are going to pay 80 million for him. I mean, where are they getting the finances for it? That's a really good question because no one really knows. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's just bizarre. Whoever finishes second in that group faces Netherlands in the round of 32. Yep. Austria and Algeria playing to lose so they don't get Spain next. Maybe. Scotland probably need to keep it down to no more than 2 goals. Yep, I predicted England finish second, but really don't see not winning versus Panama. Yeah, Panama looked rubbish. Like, what do they offer? They offered nothing. But then again, England didn't really offer much. Maybe they're going to... I feel like England are going to be relying on set pieces. Like, they are becoming a set piece FC again. I was pestering you about having Ronaldo over Messi. Sorry, I know you picked Messi based on fixtures. Smart move, mate. Yeah, it is all on fixtures play. Messi against Jordan, Ronaldo against Colombia. I don't see a world where Messi doesn't outscore Ronaldo this week, even if he only plays half an hour. For how long? A Scotland qualifier will quit drinking for 1 day. I love it. I actually haven't read the 1 day bit yet. I wish I'd quit drinking yesterday. I embarrassed myself all night, be long in front of the dogs and the neighbours. The dogs had a field day today. Happy days. I'm hoping Pulisic get rested. I'm playing Berhalter, been coming on as a sub, scores a few goals in the US leagues. Yeah, he has looked all right. I'm good, Jack. How are you, buddy? Hopefully you've had a good start to World Cup Fantasy. Top 25K for me at the moment. Hopefully it continues for as long as possible. I mean, it's so nice just being with a respectable rank. It's like I've regained my my standing of actually having half an idea about what I'm doing, which I definitely was teetering on the edge last season, just having a bit of a laugh. I mean, I did some stupid stuff last year when I realised that the decent rank wasn't on, so I thought, let's just have some fun with it. How many players are there overall? It's between 3.3 million and 4 mil. I'm not sure of the exact number. Someone did post it on X, and I can't remember what it was, but it's a few people. So, yeah, it's nowhere near as many as FPL, but then again, a lot of FPL... by the time that you get to like the last international break, it's probably maximum of 3 million players still being relatively active in FPL. So it's about what it comes down to at the end of the season in FPL in terms of the numbers and stuff like that. I think I've got a good breakdown of players playing in different time slots as well. There's definitely some movement here for different captains, which I think that's definitely part of the game. Like when you can manual sub and move your captain, I think it's important to have your players kind of spread out and not too many eggs in the same basket. Because I think it's weird. I've only had one double up the entire time, and that was Kimmich and Musiala and Munoz and and Luis Diaz. This team has a triple up. Like I've got 3 players from Morocco. Outside of that, I've only got 1 from each team on there, I think. Oh, I've got 2 from Panama as well. But outside of that, it's literally 1 player from every other team, which means you've got a good chance to like sit there and change your captaincy, which I think is part of the skill and strategy in this game, is just making sure you don't have too many players bunched up together. My midfield's 3 big differentials. Yildiz, I quite like the Yildiz pick. I mean, Turkey are due a goal, right? They've got to be due a goal. El Canus and Vargas. And no, I've unfortunately had a horror start. 81, 82 points ago. Oh, man. Yeah, me and Nightmare, it's like we've turned around our FPL form and said, you know what? We're actually pretty good at fantasy games, and we've turned it up. I mean, I've not turned up as well as Nightmare has, but he is having some start. He's on he's 160th in the entire world, which is just ridiculous. El Canush is a good pick. Yes, yeah, I agree. Docker will bag a minimum brace and dedicate his goals to his newborn child. It's just, I know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, whenever a player goes away to have a birth, they normally come back and they've normally got the dummy or the whatever it is, and they like doing the, you know, the tummy celebration with the ball underneath. Yeah, I quite like. I mean, Belgium have to win. They have to win to even qualify. I mean, like, if they lost, they're out. They're gone. They've only, what have they done? They've drawn 2 games. They've not won. So they actually have to show up and do something. Otherwise, they're going home. Like they literally will go home if they lose. So they've got to show up and do something. Turkey's a trap. I will go for Diaz, though ownership is low. Everyone went for Sabari. Yeah, you say that, but now I am frozen by transfer parallel. You're overthinking it. Go with the gut. Go with the gut. I just went with the fact that this cost exactly 100 million, and that looks pretty good to me. Also, I think, Nightmare, what you want to do is make sure you've got the good spread of players. So that way, if your captaincy goes arse in one game, you haven't got too many players because of the fact there's 2 games being played at once this match day. You've got to strategically think about where your captains and where you can change them are, if that makes sense. I've seen USA's predicted lineup. I've not seen a worse lineup in a good while. Who is the semi-finals this World Cup? In my bracket predictions, I think I had I had Portugal versus, I feel like I had Portugal versus Brazil and Spain versus Argentina, but I could be wrong. Actually, I can have a look. What did I go with? Let's find out what I went with. Let's go here. Sorry. And we're going to go to bracket challenge. I went with, let's see how I'm going with my groups. I picked Mexico to finish on top. Czech Republic, my God, they're not finishing second. Switzerland, Canada, I reckon I've nailed that order. Brazil, Morocco looks pretty good. I mean, I've completely cocked up Group D. Group D is miles off the pace. Group E looks like it will come in. Group F is a toss of the coin between Sweden and Japan for who finishes second and third. I'm probably wrong in Group G. Group H looks about right. Actually, I think Cabo Verde might beat Saudi Arabia and they'll finish third instead of fourth. Group I looks pretty good. Group J looks perfect. Group K looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I've nailed it. I mean, that Croatia-Ghana game is going to be pivotal to see who finishes second and third there. But I've nailed the groups, I reckon, in general. Then we go to the actual bracket. Where's the... Am I missing something here? Where's the actual knockouts? Oh, here we go. I have got Germany versus Spain in the semi-final on the top side. When did I get France getting knocked out? I've got Portugal playing Brazil. So I've got Argentina beating Uruguay, then Paraguay, then Portugal beating Argentina. Where the hell is France? Who have we got France losing to? France are going to lose to Germany. Okay, yeah, don't follow my predictions. They're wrong. I'd go back and change them now, but I don't even know if you can. But yeah, I think realistically France have looked better than Germany. So I feel like it might be France versus Spain. I've got a Spain-Portugal grand final. Ronaldo is due a World Cup, so I'm going with the sentimental favoritism of the fact that I think he'll be good. Come on, mate. You can do what I did in the Club World Cup Fantasy where I finished home training for the world. Believe in that. Yeah, exactly. You can tell Dean is very superstitious. He was like 100 million perfect, meant to be. If you had no Netherlands, Argentina, or Senegal and had no chances, would you take a hit? I would take a hit and play my 12th man on one of those teams. Yes. You want to get your GK as a vice captain because you don't want to block a captaincy option by your vice being the only one you can sub out later. Morocco will win on goal difference against Brazil. That's why I'm on triple Morocco, which feels good. They miss a lot of chances. They could either score 8 or 1. I get a feeling Bono saves a pen. All right, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll change that. Thank you. Portugal winning the World Cup. You need to find God. I believe I have. Good to see you, Ray. One important stat worth noting. No nation has ever won the World Cup with a foreign manager. Why on earth did England pick Thomas Tuchel then? Absolute idiots. I mean, let's have a look. Sven-Goran Eriksson worked out really well. Fabio Capello worked out really well. Was there anyone else I'm missing that was foreign? I remember those two just didn't go very well. I feel like there was a third one. I can't think of the third one. Capello went to 2 World Cups, didn't he? And Sven-Goran Eriksson went to 2, and they sucked at both. After the group, very good, Com. That's good to know. Very good. Yeah, so England are cooked. I mean, they're not going to change. I mean, France have always been managed by France. I mean, Didier Deschamps, hasn't he managed like 15 World Cups? I don't recall a French team that didn't have Deschamps as the manager. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. When was the last time France had a different manager? Because I swear he has managed every bloody World Cup that I've been alive for. Yeah, he was better than Fabio Capello. Capello was garbage. He just tried to. I mean, he tried to do what Sven-Goran Eriksson kept trying to do, and shoehorn Gerrard and Lampard into the same midfield. And in reality, what they needed was to just drop one of them on their ass and bring in Michael Carrick or Paul Scholes, and they would have been a much better team. But the balance was just, it was not there. They were the same player playing in the same position for what it was worth. That England team, how it never won a tournament with the squad that it had is mind baffling. Like that, I just think back to that squad they had. They had Wayne Rooney. They had, who was the other forward they had? They had another decent forward. I can't think of off the top of my head. That was before Mike Owen. Mike Owen was before Rooney, and Mike Owen became non-relevant when Wayne Rooney came in. But they had another forward, and I can't think of who it was that was good. Then they had bloody Beckham. They had the Nevilles, they had Rio Ferdinand, they had John Terry, they had Lampard, they had Gerrard, they had Scholes, they had Carrick. How that team never won anything is just unbelievable. France attack if I knew who was now. Yeah, exactly. That's it, isn't it? Roberto Martinez is a Spanish manager. Ray, don't do this to me. Don't shatter my dream. I feel like Shearer retired by the time Rooney was really at his peak, though. I could be wrong. There's definitely some crossover there. Who was the other guy that played with Rooney? Like in, like, say, the 2006 World Cup. Actually, let's go to the 2010 World Cup England squad. It's probably bloody Peter Crouch, isn't it? Let's have a look. England squad: Joe Hart, David James, Robert Green. How did he get a? Listen to this. Listen to this team. How did they not win anything? Actually, maybe this is not the best iteration. Matt Upson, Ashley Cole, Ledley King, John Terry, Stephen Taylor, Michael Dawson, Stephen Warnock, Glenn Johnson, Jamie Carragher, Sean Wright-Phillips, Stephen Gerrard, Michael Carrick, Joe Cole, Gareth Barry, Frank Lampard, James Milner, Aaron Lennon, Theo Walcott, Peter Crouch, Jermaine Defoe, that's who it was, Wayne Rooney, and Emile Heskey. How did they not win? Oh, it must have been the 2006 World Cup. Sorry, I'm going to go back another one. Where's the one with Beckham in it? Because I don't understand how that team didn't win. All right, here we go. 2006 World Cup. Robinson, Neville, Ashley Cole, Gerrard, Rio Ferdinand, Terry, Beckham, Lampard, Rooney, Owen, J. Cole, Campbell. That was Sol Campbell. James, Bridge, Carragher, Hargraves, Genus, Carrick, Lennon, Downing, Crouch, Carlson, Walcott. That was before, that was before Rooney though, wasn't it? That's why they lost. They didn't have a good forward line. That was the problem there. What was the other one? 2014. There was one where they were just, there was one where there was that golden generation. They were just, I'm getting them wrong now, aren't I? 2014. Oh, yeah, this was a squad. Danny Welbeck. Oh, I mean, Lambert, why was he in the squad? No one ever knows. Sterling, Rooney, Sturridge, Barkley when he was relevant, Lallana, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Far out. He actually went to a World Cup, did he? When Jordan Henderson was good, he was at this World Cup. Lampard, Wilshere, Jagielka, Gerrard. This is the problem. They kept on playing those two idiots together, and that's why they never went anywhere. Luke Shaw in his pomp. Phil Jones. Oh, my God. This World Cup squad took Phil Jones and Chris Smalling with it. Wow. I mean, that's why they didn't win. How did Phil Jones go to a World Cup? That's got to be investigated. Look exactly like the FIFA president. Yeah, I don't know, Jack. England failed because every man is dog knew that Gerrard. Yeah, exactly. That was the issue. And then all the other good players just retired because I was sick of just sitting on the bench and watching those frauds go at it. I'm going to be baffled if Isaac is being overlooked before the new PL season. He'll look like his young self again. I think the issue with Isaac is just his ability to play 3 games a week when the Champions League starts. I think that's the main issue with him, to be honest. Should the fans vote for who they want as manager of the FA? Yeah, they are. They should make me manager. I'd win it with England. England is still the only country in the world where an English manager has never won the top division. D-Unit who hits that 3-point. That's Gill. He's the Panama goalkeeper and he's playing Australia. So I'm pretty hot on him keeping a clean sheet. Euro 04 was the star-studded one for England. Yes. There's one in there where I'm like, how did they not win? We would have won with Brian Clough as manager. What do you think of Mazraoui's performance so far? It's good to see him getting football. It's good to see him getting football. I don't think he's good enough for Man United. Man United, for what it's worth, I'm glad I haven't had to talk about him for what feels like quite a few weeks. I hate this part of the season where we're literally linked to every man and his dog. The club's saying we've got no money, we're walking away from deals, all this other bollocks. I don't understand the Edison transfer. I don't think if he's being bought to start in the Man United midfield, our midfield's going to be as crap as it was last year. He is not the answer. He's already 26. In fact, he'll actually be 27 before the season starts. He's coming from Italy. And all I sit there and I think to myself, I'm like going, has this board learnt nothing? Have they learnt nothing? When was the last time Man United signed a footballer from the Italian league that was anything else other than crap? Let's go back in recent memory. We've had recently we've had Joshua Zirkzee. We all know my thoughts on that flog. We've had Rasmus Højlund. He worked out really well, didn't he? We've had Amrabat. He'd lasted 6 months. I'm thinking there's been a bunch of Italian defenders that have rolled up. They've been all arse, and Darmian, who remembers him? He was from the Italian league. Even Veron, who was probably the most successful from the Italian league, he was only good in the Champions League. He was not even any good in the thing. Paraguay, my bad. He's the Paraguayan goalkeeper. Sorry, yeah, my bad. He is Paraguay. I was like, hold on, have I got the Paraguayan goalkeeper? Yes, I have. Yeah, Paraguay. Thank you. Yeah, whoever's playing Australia, that's what I've got. Yes, mate, they're just no good. I said at the beginning of the tournament, this team is arse. How they beat Turkey, only Murat knows. Murat must have been playing up front that day because, my God, if you've got 74% possession, you're losing to a team 2-0 with 26% possession. You've been absolutely had over and bent over, I'm afraid. Yes, definitely Paraguay. Yep, I did. What kind of chairs does you think United needs? They need to buy good midfielders. Edison's not. He might be a decent midfielder. He's not the level that's going to catapult Man United into league contention. They need to go out and spend big. That's the honest answer. They need to buy a left back because Luke Shaw is not in a World Cup year, so he will be guaranteed to be on the injured. And also, he can't play 3 games a week. He can only play 1 game a week, so that obviously raises a big problem there. They probably need a right back because Dallo Ball, we all know my thoughts on that, and Mazraoui is probably not good enough to be the starting right back. Good as a replacement to step in, but not good as the starter. They need at least 3 midfielders. And if Edison's one of them, they need to buy 2 really good midfielders because he needs to be the rotation option, not the starter. Then they probably need a winger on the left hand that comes off the left-hand side. Now, Dorgu might be the answer, and maybe he develops further. And if they don't go for that position, they probably need to buy another a backup forward for Šeško. I think Šeško will kick on. I think he'll be really good this season. However, there's no one behind him. Joshua Zirkzee is not an option. We all know that he's the definition of just a waste of space. So they need to sign a forward as well. So there's a lot of things to do if they want to be competitive. We're going to find out that the board have no interest of winning the Premier League because the signings have already underwhelmed. We're not being, we're literally being linked with walking away from every player that is decent. And we've got Edison from Atlanta who no one wanted. So that always, whenever no one wants a player, it's normally a sign that the player's not very good. Or not suitable for the Premier League. Otherwise, there'd be players queued up. Also, why are we spending £36 million on a player that his contract expires in a year? Like, why do we keep getting fleeced over by these clubs? It's like, who are the... I thought Matt Judge was bad as the chief negotiator. I think it's just a club thing. We're just crap at negotiating. They need me over there. No, we're not paying that money. Piss off. That'll be the negotiation. And if we want a player, well, how much is it going to cost? All right, here you go. There's the money. Let's get it over and done with. Next deal. Let's go. Bloody Sir Jim and the Glazers, the most incompetent owners you could think of. Michael Owen. Edison's Brazilian, so probably Cook. I feel like Edison's going to be the next Kleberson. If you don't know who Kleberson is, go back and look. Fergie signed Kleberson after a World Cup in 2000 and I'm going to say 2006 World Cup. It was Kleberson was signed. That was because that was when we got Belly on. That's when Beckham left. There was a whole bunch of spuds that came in that year, and he was one of them. That was when we got Bebe. Bebe based off a bunch of clips that were on YouTube or something like that. Or whatever it was back in the time. Bruno leaves Man United. Be worried about relegation, 100%. But dang, I'm a little bit baffled, and I can be wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong. Are you from England but live in Australia? Because at first point, I was born in Australia. I've got a UK passport and an Australian passport. I'm a citizen from both countries. If I had it my way, I would get paid and do the job I do in the UK so I can enjoy the UK lifestyle. However, the UK has the lifestyle, has the football, has everything I love like about my non-work life. However, you get paid like arse. You live in a bedroom pretty much. And over here, I live in a gigantic house with a massive pool out the back. But sadly, I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the football. It's impossible to have the best of both worlds. Maybe when I retire, I'll flick between the UK and Australia back and back. That's my plan. Man United should go for Polinia. No. Played for Spurs. They almost relegated him. He's not the quality we need. Do United need a centre-back? Well, they've signed Harry Maguire for a year, so probably not. He's had the summer off. I think Lenny Yoro should continue his development. I think he will come good. De Ligt and Martinez, they probably need to give Martinez a new deal. He's only got 1 year left on his contract with an option, so they probably need to sign him a new deal or sell him. I think they'll probably sign him to a new deal. However, he is injury prone. So is De Ligt, who's been injured for what feels like forever. So they've only really got Lenny Yoro, who I do rate. I think Martinez is good when he's fit. Maguire can do a job for a season. And I think that Aiden Heaven could be a really good player. He just needs some more minutes, and I think he will get the minutes with Champions League football this season. Mateus Fernandes will join Spurs, man. You know, doesn't want. Yeah, I know. I was like, that. I don't even know if I really am overly bothered by that, because I feel like the price going around in the papers of 85 million for Mateus Fernandes seems a bit stupid to me. I don't think he's worth that. It's a bit like Belieber being quoted as 100 million last season. I don't think that he's nowhere near worth 100 million now. I'd be lucky if you get 50 for him. Alvarez, Messi, or Lautaro Martinez. For me, it's got to be Messi. The dude's in form. Go with the bloke that's in form. Did you need a reminder about footy, mate? Yes, I do. I need to. Actually, is it too early? It might be slightly too early. Let's have a look. Can I finish the training? Yes, I can. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have a point. Very good. All right, that guy can now be put into the team for later. 20 minutes time, the game kicks off. We're currently undefeated in season 20. I'm actually having the season of the ages, which is quite nice. Let's move out. We don't need Woo, do we? What's the fitness like of Rojas? So, wow. Oh, no, he's cooked. I'm not going to play him. Actually, maybe I will. God, can't make up my bloody mind. I'm not going to play Morales. He can stay up. We'll bring Rojas in there. There we go. Happy days. Very good. Team's ready to go. Ready to cook. Gakpo or Robbie? Gakpo, I think. He's been in better form. This is the greatest football of all time, so him. God. Why is Spurs signing it? So I think what happened, right? So De Zerbi didn't want to go to Spurs mid-season with 5 games left and the chance of relegation. I reckon he's been promised a lot of money to spend. Otherwise, he wouldn't have taken the job. Like he's now, with Pep Guardiola having left Man City, he's actually the highest paid manager in the league at Spurs. And Spurs finished 17th. I think that they're going to spend a lot of money this summer. I don't know if it's going to go well, but I think that yeah, exactly what Harry said. A teacher wages crap over there. Exactly. That's why I left. So I'm actually running a school now. So I've been very busy. I was meant to be doing a few more videos during the summer, but I've just not had any time. But school holidays are almost here. But yeah, it's different. Running a school as the boss is an interesting experience. Let's put it that way. And it's not the kids that are the difficult part of doing it. It's the adults that are the hard part. Alvarez defo starts. Messi might not. Yeah, I just think he's done nothing so far, Alvarez. Why are people going for Sarr if Mane's on pens? Because Sarr's been getting all the chances in the games. He's actually got the 4th highest XG at the World Cup over the first 2 games. That's why. Big question is, can you win League One in footy in first time of asking? The answer to that, Andrew, is probably not. My players aren't actually going to be ready for Division 1. We're probably going to finish mid-table Season 1. Season 2 in Division 1, I reckon I've got a very good chance of winning it. I've been actively trying to make sure my players are ahead of the curve. However, when you get to Division 1, everyone's team is like about 5 rating points higher than mine. So as long as I survive Season 1, Season 2, I reckon I'm a good chance of winning it. I don't think it's possible for me to win it next season. I can win Division 2, though, this season, though, with a little bit of luck. I've actually beaten the bloke that should have won Division 2 first time around, so if I beat him in the second time around, I'm happy days. My Footium League this season, $500 USD is what I'm looking at prize money-wise. So, yeah, nice little reward for playing the game this year for my team that's in Division 2. Division 1 prize money is up over 1,000 USD dollars. So, yeah, it's the bonus of buying your team and building it up and progressing it up the leagues. Just pre-ordered GTA 6. I can't wait to play that when it comes out. I love I'm actually going to stream that game when I get it. For the July holidays, they're 2 weeks because it's the middle of winter over here. So 2-week holiday for me. Yeah. You ahead, buddy. Yeah, I'm the head. I'm literally the head teacher now. Yep. We call them principals over here, so I'm the principal, acting principal now. Spurs having a hell of a summer. Will still be. They need a hell of a summer because they were rubbish. How come the adults are the hardest? They just are. Like they just are. Like some people just don't like. Some people don't like being part of a team. That's the main issue, and yeah. So some people just make your life difficult. That's the best way to describe it, really. And I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. People know, like, they've watched me for a while. I very rarely don't have a smile on my face and feeling good, except when Man United are just winding me up. But yeah, like being the boss is hard work. It's not. It's a rewarding job, but it's not an easy job. Let's put it that way. I'm very much looking forward to my holidays. I can tell you that much. Sarah's also, he is. I'm expecting him to troll me, Jack, for what it's worth. Cal Murphy could see Messi only playing a half, but yeah, exactly. Jonathan David or Mbolo for me. Triple Netherlands against Tunisia or triple Ivory Coast. I mean, that is flip of the card. Where's the card at? Ivory Coast versus the Netherlands. Going with Ivory Coast, apparently. Maybe there's going to be less rotation there. It'd be easier to pick their players. I thought about coming over to Oz to teach and had children. Yeah, that life happens, eh? Yeah, the Stafford Boars. Singo from Ivory Coast or Guella. I think that Singo is under an injury cloud, so for me, it's got to be Douay. Worst not Boars. Yeah, adults have always been the problem. I'm a primary school. I used to work in a secondary school. It was funny. The kids used to love it in secondary school because I'm a very relatable person. I stay up with what's going on in the world, and I've learned the new sayings that kids come up with and all the rest of it. And I get on board with the trends, and I have a laugh, which is the most important thing as a teacher. But at the high school here, because we're in the regions in Australia, not in like the capital city, yeah, kids will eat up teachers that don't have some fun about them. Going from beating Folmate's team to then struggling against a zombie team today was very disheartening. Oh, so you beat FPL mate's team, but did you beat the zombie team? Somerville starting? I don't know. He's on a yellow card, so potentially he could be rested. I don't know. I'm just not interested in Somerville, to be honest. If you could sign any 3 players from the World Cup, who would you sign? For Man United? This is a good question. I'd sign Hakimi to play at right back, 100%. I'd sign Nuno Mendes to play at left back, and I would sign João Neves to play in midfield, centre midfield. Those are my 3 players. I think that would transform Man United into a different beast. I'm actually just rating PSG, to be honest, because they are the best team in the world. The refereeing has been bang average. A lot of weird stuff going on. Yeah, people play for you. So, yeah, I might go Kadic now instead of Kolasinac, though. Kadic is that aerial threat in Bosnia. Don't score too much. Fair. Bruno or Rashford? It's got to be Bruno. 6'7", exactly. I was like, it's so weird, right? So like, I work in an ed support center, so I work with a lot of kids with autism, ASD, and some kids get absolutely wound up by the fact that the 6'7" thing's happening. So I've had to have a few chats about that with a few kids, and just being respectful of other kids that it winds them up. So yeah. You'll be great in secondary. I'm a secondary deputy, and they love it, mate. I when I was in the UK and I did teaching over there, they frothed it. The fact that I love football and I know so much about football, I was like, I literally had all the people that would refer to the kids that, you know, could be a little bit difficult at school. I had them eating out of the palm of my hand. Yeah, you've got to be able to take the piss out of yourself, and be engaging / entertaining / relatable. If you're not any of those 3 things, you might as well sit there and give the gig up because the kids aren't interested. Basically, got Portugal team then, so they should win the World Cup. Nice. You think Dogger will get a lot of minutes next season? If he starts and goes back to how he played before he got injured for that big serious hamstring injury, yeah, I think he does get a lot of minutes. I think he gets a lot of minutes regardless because of the fact they're back in the Champions League and there's an extra 8 games that they have to play minimum. I should have said realistic if you could sign. Yep. Any 3 players. So the thing is, I don't know how much Man United are willing to spend. I feel like Lewis Hall is achievable, but they're probably going to have to pay a stupid amount of money for him. Elliot Anderson, because we know that he's going to leave Forest, and I feel like there is a deal to be done there. But again, I just don't think our owners are any good, and they're probably going to miss the boat. And they need a right back. I'm still going back in for Hakimi, man. Stuff it. I don't care if it's unrealistic. I'm throwing 100 million plus at him. Spin the wheel of a sweepstake. Yeah, I love that. That's good. Imagine you do well in the UK. You got to be relatable. Exactly. Plus, they probably like the fact you're an Aussie. Ironically, when I was in the UK now, if I was back in the UK for a month, I would not sound anything like I sound at the moment. My mates are all Northerners, and I will sound like I'm up from up north within about a month being back in the UK. It's just my voice it changes depending on who I'm around. It's really bizarre. It's yeah. Even when I was in Bali last year, I probably came back and a few people commented, like I was with all my mates from up the Toon. We went to Bali last year, and after hanging out with them for about 2.5 weeks, I literally felt like I was, yeah. Yep. I'd go for Hakimi if you cannot afford him. Go for a Riyadh. Yeah. I'd go for Buonawao. I beat the zombie team 2-1 at the second goal, and he came in the 82nd minute, which is very frustrating. Also used 3-4-3, which is usually, yeah. Sometimes it's really weird. I actually took some players out of my team earlier, and I can't believe that the score was 11-3. I had no idea what was going on in that game. It just was goal after goal after goal after goal after goal. At school, we would literally make supply teachers cry at times. You know what is really funny, right? So I did supply at a UK school. I went to, before I got my gig at Linden Lodge, which is a VI school, and I taught Harvey Price for what it's worth, which was an interesting experience. He was a great kid, loved him. I went to a school and I did a day's worth of relief. And my mate who'd sent me to the school, I actually became really good mates with that's Alan, who's appeared on the channel previously. He sent me to a school and said I was going to be teaching Hass. I was like, sweet, I love teaching Hass. It's what I'm trained in. I didn't teach one period of Hass. I taught religion, science, Spanish, which I've got no idea how to speak any Spanish at all except vamos and si. I have no idea what even no is in Spanish. That's how good. But I actually made the Spanish lesson actually quite interesting according to the kids. And I walked into the religion lesson, right? And I'm like going, God, no one wants to learn about religion. This is going to be a hard period. And the first thing that happened when I walked in is this bloke just fell off his chair and just was trying to take the piss. I was like, mate, I love that. Brilliant. Try it. Try as hard as you can straight out the gate. See if I can be cracked. I was like, I can't be cracked. And he ended up being really good, but it was really funny. I remember that. This one kid just fell off and I was like, yeah, I've seen this one before and they did it better. Both my sisters were teachers in England, but they have both left the profession due to Oh, mate, Ofsted and the demands of the UK system are actually... You know what? I've actually recruited 6 UK teachers to my school in the last 2 years. No one wants to be there teaching. It's insane. Saka should be starting. You would like to hope so because I'm sick of watching Madwakey start. In maths, loads of good banter and math. Yeah, exactly. There literally is. Wow, you've got more in common than I thought, D. Worked with ASD teaching many years and I'm on Spectrum, so got on well with most in that jobs. Yeah, I have so much time. There's a reason why I work in ed support because I enjoy working in that space. It's just something I've always enjoyed. I've got a lot. I generally speaking, have a lot of patience in general. Don't have much patience for my FPL team and not getting points. But in terms of real life, I've got a lot of patience. Yeah, it's just insane, yeah. I'm going to captain Sabari, I think, during those games. So I think I'm going to overlook Vinny. I think I'm going to go Sabari against Tahiti. I just think that there's a good chance they score quite a few goals. Oh, mate, he was brilliant. I loved Harvey. Absolutely loved it. -9 taking Gondos. All right, who'd you do it? Who'd you do, Nightmare? What's your -9 moves? I want to know what you did. So you've made 5 transfers for a -9 because you wildcarded in match day 2. I'm intrigued to know what you did. I feel like your team was pretty good as well. So the good news is I'm now within, if Nightmare, hold on, what Nightmare's on 240 points and I'm on 215. So now he's down to 231. So I'm only 16 points behind the Nightmare. 16 points. The D-Unit's coming, baby. Thoughts on Kudos? He's not fit, is he? I actually don't know. I actually do not know the answer to that question. From my knowledge, I didn't think he was fit. I didn't even realize he was at the World Cup, but maybe he is, and I've got no idea, which is, again, quite possible. Mad. Absolutely mad. Kufau to Kimi, nice move. Theo Fernandez to Dumfries, nice move. Elise to Zemba. Yes, me and Nightmare both on the same wavelength there. Bellingham to Zico, that's the one I kind of wish I did have. And Balogun to Kane. So your front line must be Kane, Mbappe, and Messi. That's a sick front line. We need a shed rant. Mate, he's going to get a shed rant if he wins. He'll be ranting all the way to the bank. Already on -9, should I replace Bruno Fernandes or someone else for another -3? I think I'd play Bruno. It is. It's because of the rules are better. Like, no one's counting to bloody 12. Like, no one's counting to 10. No one's sitting there going, is that a bloody block? Does that count as a clearance? No one bloody knows. At least in this game, it's pretty obvious. You create chances that equal shots on target. That counts as some sort of points after you get 2 of them. If you make 3 tackles as a midfielder, you get a point. If you have 2 shots on target, you get a point. All these things you can actually see while you're watching the game. That's what makes the game good. And the fact that you're never out of it. If your players start like absolute pieces of crap, you can just turf them to the bench. It's so good. I don't understand why FPL just don't embrace it. It's bizarre that they just don't do it. Look now, thoughts D-Unit. Yisao, Jiao, Hakimi, Dumfries. I like the defense. Defense and the goalkeepers are good. I don't mind the midfielders. I feel like the midfielders, I like the scouting bonus you're going to have on offer there. I love the Doku pick. I don't even know if you were the one that suggested it, but that's why Doku's in my team. Vargas, Messi. Yeah, and look, you've got a stacked forward line. And I think that's the key. You've just got to have a stacked forward line. If I had not wildcarded, I would have definitely done Messi and Sarr in for Schick and Haaland, and I would have just bought in probably Reece James or Dumfries or someone for Kufau, and I would have just gone with a -3. I can't remember what it was. I feel like maybe I went with Nico O'Reilly, and that allowed me to just do those other 2, so I was going to take a -3, but then I was like, you know what? Might as well just wildcard, have a punt for the last game week and hope that it bangs, and then if it bangs, then I'm really in with a chance of finishing really, really well and beating Nightmare. Gives me a captaincy run of Zambi. Yep. Who are you going to go out of Vinny and Sabari? That's what I want to know. Like, which one do you go with? Do you go with Vinny or do you go with Sabari or do you go with Hakimi if you've got Hakimi? Dumfries, Salah, Mbappe. Yeah, it looks so good, doesn't it? Zico was brilliant in the 1982 World Cup. He was. I have a bit of luck now. I need to win that D-Unit shirt. Zico has 3 goals, 1 assist in the 4 games for Egypt. Yeah, I know. He looks banging. Like, for me, it was him or Manzambi, but the fact that Manzambi meant that I've spent all my money makes me think that I'm just going to land there. In fact, I am going to land there. I'm not going to change it. That's the team. We've got 2 minutes until the game start at 3 a.m., 8 p.m. UK time. My God. I need to go to bed. But I've got my footium game at 3 a.m., so I'm going to watch that, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I've got 2 minutes. If you haven't already, make sure you've locked your teams in. If you're captaining Manzambi, or whatever his name is, make sure you've pressed the captain and make sure you've pressed the confirm button because it's about to go. You're not going to be able to change it in a second. I have a feeling a huge haul from Brahim Diaz. Yep, could definitely be the case. Go get that, mate. Let me know which name you'll go for on your back as well, Nightmare. I love customizing. That's it. Pretty much 1 minute or so to go here until the deadline. Not much more to talk about, really. the fact that that's the team. We're locked and loaded. I can't believe I bought Messi in. I've already feel bad about owning Messi and not owning Ronaldo. I could have owned Ronaldo for those huge points in match day 2, but I chose Vinny Jr. instead. I hope there's a chance for me to own Ronaldo in the round of 32. I hope they get a good fixture and I'm like, this man is in and he will lead me to glory. That's hopefully the plan. But yeah, there we go, folks. That is the end of my team. We've got about 30 seconds or so until that time. In fact, the timer has officially clicked out, and we've got about 30 seconds until it does click over to 3 a.m. Hopefully you've locked your teams in. Hopefully you continue to do as well as, I was going to say me, but in reality, as well as FPL Nightmare, who is absolutely storming it in FIFA World Cup Fantasy. He is leading the D-Unit Mini League. He's leading the race for the shirt. He's the man to hunt down. He's the one with the target on his back. The D-Unit's coming. Last season in FPL was Nightmare coming for me. Now it's me coming for Nightmare. Let's see how it plays out. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you go and check out Footy, and we're sponsoring the channel for these World Cup videos. And we'll see you all for some watch-alongs actually over the coming days. We'll probably be back but on the weekend when I am not at work. And I'll see you then. Thanks.